Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Casemiro picked up injury in Manchester United defeat to Liverpool. Casemiro picked up an injury in Manchester United thrashing against Liverpool, report ESPN. The full extent of the issue is yet to be determined, with the midfielder being checked over. The report reads, sources have told ESPN that Casemiro will be assessed by medical staff ahead of the game after the Brazilian player picked up an injury against Liverpool. Casemiro played 77 minutes in Manchester United's defeat at Anfield. Casemiro's status ahead of Thursday's game against Real Betis this week is now uncertain. Manchester United won't want to take any chances with such a key first-team player's fitness. Casemiro did appear to be grimacing early in the first half against Liverpool, but he played through the issue, albeit without his usual vigor. United were hammered 7-0, with the team losing control of the game in the second half. Casemiro was substituted off with the score at 5-0, replaced with Marcel Sabitzer. He had completed only 21 passes and failed to win a tackle. An injury would go a long way towards explaining his disappointing performance. United are at home against Real Betis this week, with the away leg in Spain taking place next week. A home league game against Southampton is in between. If Casemiro is not fit, then either Marcel Sabitzer or Scott McTominay would step in as his replacement. Paul Scholes explains why he feels sorry for Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes has come in for heavy criticism after Manchester United's 7-0 defeat at Liverpool. Fernandes was the side's captain and put in a woeful display which saw Gary Neville single him out for criticism. Neville's former teammate Paul Scholes had a different take on the situation. As a former midfielder himself, Scholes said he had good reason to have sympathy with Bruno Fernandes' predicament, pointing to the position he started in. Fernandez started out wide against Liverpool, a move which looked like a rare tactical gaffe by manager Erik ten Hag. Scholes told Premier League Productions that Fernandez being moved around the team is hurting his performances. He explained, I actually feel sorry for him, Fernandez, when he's played. He's been pushed out to many positions to do a job for the team. He was on the left versus Liverpool. He's been on the right. He's played through the middle. He has been a little bit all over the place. If anybody can sympathize with this, it's Scholes, who ended up in a similar situation with the England team, where he was shoved into a wide position. Fernandez was unable to make a positive impact in attack and did not do the defensive job United required of him. Fernandez spoke out after the game and said the squad are determined to bounce back strongly. He was quoted by the club website. The second half wasn't at our level and we gave too much space away. We gave too much time and counters to them and we know how much of a threat they are from that. It was not up to our level and we know how much better we can be and how much quality we have. We have to focus now on the next game and get a result back. Paul Scholes says Wout Weghorst does not have the quality to play for Man United. Manchester United legend Paul Scholes has said that Wout Weghorst does not have the quality to play for the Red Devils following Liverpool's thrashing 7-0. Weghorst joined United on loan from Burnley in January, and he has since contributed 1 goal and 3 assists from 14 appearances across all competitions. The 30-year-old was initially anticipated to be a target man for the club, but he has surprisingly been playing from the number 10 role in recent weeks. Against the Reds, he was almost non-existent before his substitution. Speaking after the game, Scholes said that Weghorst is not a United-level player. He told the Premier League Productions via Standard Sport, Weghorst is in the team to be a defender, really. You are talking about a Manchester United number 10 or a centre forward. He is in the team to be defensive. He is the one who runs about and rats about and everybody likes playing with him because he does that. But quality-wise as well, you have got to have a certain level of quality to play for Man United. It's not there. Weghorst was signed in January as a striking option, but He has been playing in a deeper midfield role. Erik ten Hag obviously values his high pressing and work rate. The Dutchman has also made some key goal contributions, such as his assist in the Carabao Cup final, but ultimately he was signed from Burnley to find the back of the net. He has struggled to impress in that aspect, and this should raise doubts over whether the club will pursue a permanent deal for him at the end of the campaign. Weghorst still has time on his hands to prove himself, but he may not have many opportunities when Anthony Martial is available for selection once more. What Erik ten Hag did to Manchester United players in a dressing room after the 7-0 defeat. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag hit out at Manchester United's players in his post-match interviews after the shocking defeat to Liverpool. United were beaten 7-0 as Liverpool ran rampant with 6 second-half goals. The players capitulated and delivered the worst 45 minutes of the entire season after playing relatively well in the first half. Now details are emerging of how Ten Hag reacted in the dressing room in the aftermath of the defeat, reported by the Mirror. Erik ten Hag is reported to have instructed his Manchester United players to sit in silence in the dressing room after the game. He made them listen to the Liverpool players' celebrations next door, a humiliating experience they will not want to repeat. The Mirror added that Ten Hag then tore into his players and told them they were lucky to be traveling back on the team bus. Moving forward, he has also recommended further sessions with the sports psychologist Rainer Coers, who he brought to the club earlier this season. The United manager was reportedly at Carrington 2 hours before his players on Monday morning, working on his plans to move forward. United take on Real Betis on Thursday night and then Southampton on Sunday in back-to-back games at Old Trafford. Supporters will be needed to help the team get through this difficult period, but the players will need to put in a lot more effort than they did in the second half at Anfield. Erik ten Hag won't stand for a repeat of what he saw at the weekend, and nor will supporters. Manchester United want around £25 million to sell Scott McTominay next summer. Manchester United want around £25 to £30 million to part ways with Scott McTominay in the upcoming transfer window, according to 90 Minutes. The Red Devils are willing and open to selling the 26-year-old next summer. A number of Premier League clubs are eyeing and hold interest in the Scotland international signature. There are likely to be a significant number of departures in the coming months at the Old Trafford side. Erik ten Hag is looking to bring a central midfielder along with a striker at the end of the season. McTominay made his way through the youth ranks at United in the 17-18 campaign. The 26-year-old made his way into the Red Devils senior squad and subsequently was established as a starter. The Scotland international has proven to be a decent player. However, he has been inconsistent. Along with Fred, the midfielder has been unable to convince fans of their quality over the years. With the new additions to the engine room last summer, McTominay has gone down the pecking order. Marcel Sabitzer was also brought on loan by the Old Trafford side from Bayern München in January. In the current campaign, the Scotland international has made 29 appearances in all competitions, scoring 2 goals and providing 1 assist. However, the 26-year-old has started just 7 times in the league. Casemiro has made the number 6 position his own in Manchester. The Brazilian arrival from Real Madrid has added much-needed experience, skills, and know-how to our engine room. It looks hard to envision McTominay getting into the starting lineup ahead of Casemiro. Therefore, it would not come as a surprise if the Scottish national opted to leave the club, but who will sign him? It remains to be seen. Manchester United increasingly confident of signing Bayer Leverkusen fullback Jeremy Frimpong. Manchester United are becoming increasingly confident of signing Bayer Leverkusen star Jeremy Frimpong ahead of the upcoming transfer window, according to Cout Offside. Erik ten Hag is well informed on the Holland international. The Dutch manager wishes to add the 22-year-old to his ranks at the Old Trafford side. Frimpong made his way through the youth ranks at Manchester City. However, the right-back subsequently joined Celtic in Scotland, he was handed opportunities in the senior side and thrived. Then the Bundesliga outfit came calling and acquired the defender's services in the winter window of 2021. Since then, the Holland international has been a regular first team star. Over the years, the 22-year-old has thrived in Germany. In the current campaign, he has made 31 appearances in all competitions for the Black and Reds, scoring 6 goals and providing 8 assists. At the moment, Ten Hag has mostly relied on Diogo Dalot at United to play as a right back. The Portugal international has started in the majority of the pictures this season. The former Porto star has gone from strength to strength and has cemented his place in the team after impressing under Ralf Rangnick, who took charge on an interim basis after Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's departure. As a result, Aaron Wan-Bissaka has gone down the pecking order. However, in recent weeks, the 25-year-old has been handed a lot of opportunities and he has deputized in an admirable fashion. However, Dalot seems to be the gaffer's first choice. Therefore, if the former Crystal Palace star opts to leave the club for regular game time, we will need to add depth to the right-hand side of the defense. Frimpong seems like a wise option considering his age and past experience in England. Manchester United back for Juventus midfielder Adrien Rabiot in the summer. Manchester United will revive their interest in Adrien Rabiot this summer, although they may face competition for the midfielder from rivals Man City. A report from Football Insider claims that the France international will want a huge offer as he looks to take advantage of his status as a free agent in the summer. The Red Devils were close to signing Rabiot last summer but could not agree financial terms during negotiations. A fee of around £17 million was agreed with Juventus, but with that taken out of consideration, United would likely to be able to meet the midfielder's demands with ease. United are likely to free up some of their wage budget in the summer as well, with Phil Jones and Tom Hinton out of contract, while David De Gea will see his salary reduced should he stay. A number of high earners are reportedly up for sale as Erik ten Hag looks to continue to improve his squad, and getting Rabiot in for a signing on fee could be a shrewd move in freeing up funds for a world-class striker. A large part of the Frenchman's decision will come down to Champions League football. Juventus are unlikely to qualify for Europe's premier competition this season, having been hit with a 15-point deduction in Serie A. Rabiot have said, I wanna play Champions League. It will be crucial point to make a decision on my future. Man United are in a strong position for a top 4 finish, and barring a total collapse, will likely be able to offer Champions League football. There is still a potential route available to Juventus via the Europa League should they win it, which would leave the door open for Rabiot to stay in Italy. Although reports elsewhere have indicated that they will not open contract negotiations due to their perilous financial situation, with Rabiot looking for an increase to his £145,000 a week wage, there may be question marks over his commitment, but there is no doubt that Erik ten Hag could use a midfielder of his profile. Adrien Rabiot is a dynamic midfielder, able to battle for the ball and break through opposition lines with his dribbling ability. He has arguably been Juventus' standout player this season and has been at the heart of the few things that have gone right for the old lady. Man United target Gonzalo Ramos wants to renew with Benfica. Manchester United target Gonzalo Ramos is eyeing an improved contract at Benfica amid his excellent progress this season, record report. The Portuguese striker has been in superb form for the Primeira Liga outfit this term, scoring 21 goals and providing 8 assists from 33 appearances. He was also brilliant for his country at the World Cup in Qatar, netting a fantastic hat-trick in the 6-1 rout of Switzerland in the round of 16 stage. Hence, his reputation has been greatly enhanced, and Ramos has now spoken with manager Roger Schmidt over signing an improved deal. It's reported that the renewal won't have any effect on the €120 million buyout clause. United are expected to pursue a marquee striker during the summer transfer window, and Ramos has been earmarked as one of their top targets. It has been claimed that they have already spoken with his agent Jorge Mendes over a summer deal. Meanwhile, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that the club are closely watching the 21-year-old sensation ahead of a possible approach for his services. In our opinion, Ramos would be the perfect striker for Ten Hag. He is superb with his finishing, but also likes to hold up play and provide key passes. At just 21, he has excelled as the leader of Benfica's attack following Darwin Núñez's exit. He has the potential to become a world-class striker in the future. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.